Okay, continuing on part, 7. Okay, what would you like to see more and less in the show? Okay, what I would like to see more and less, I'm guessing what I would love to see is more adventures. I kind of like to see that, cause I tell you, and they are thinking of a lot of creative, and villains, and so we're seeing the new sneak peek. I would like to see Nightmare Moon, and yeah, I did saw people's comments, and I did rewatch that video. So I'm guessing either Celestia or Luna showing, no, I think it's probably Celestia, cause it looks like she's on Celestia's part. So it's like I think Celestia is showing Twilight of what happened, and I would love to know what it was going on, or it's either time traveling. So it's either like Celestia showing her of Celestia's vision, or I think it was time travel. Anyway, but to answer your lease, I don't know. I'm guessing on the lease, I don't think I would want to see any more changes. Like we saw Derpy change, and not to mention, sure, I heard they're gonna change her name probably to Bubbles, which I'm kind of curious. I understand Derpy. What happened to Ditsy Do? Like, what happened to Ditsy Do? Okay, but oh well. I'm guessing Bubbles it is, I guess. But I just don't want to see that many changes. Hopefully. Just try to keep it how it is. Seriously, I feel like we're losing a couple, background ponies. I haven't seen that many in some, I feel like we're losing a couple, and I tell you though, and speaking of rumors, I really hope that Octavia singing with Rarity would be true. Because as I said, maybe she'll be kind of like Spitfire. We haven't seen her that much, but she'll get a chance to talk. Just get her like a guest star, or get one of the actresses to do it, and yeah, boom. So yeah, I think it's possible. It's possible. Okay, and now, if you could only have wings to fly or a horn to do magic, what would you want? That's kind of a deal breaker. Dude, you're kind of, breaking my balls, dude. You're breaking my balls. Really, you're breaking my balls, man. I'm kidding, dude. I'm kidding. I just heard that from Eric Cartman, and it sounds funny, and yeah, it sounds kind of fun to say that. But to answer your question, I think I'll go with wings. Having a horn with magic would be cool, but I feel like with wings, I don't know, I feel like I would just want to fly every day. I can live in a cloud, I sleep on a cloud, and I think I could do some cool job like cloud busting, or maybe, or help with the weather, of course, or maybe work in the Rainbow Factory. Maybe. Okay, and that the end on this page. So yeah. So just give me a few minutes actually to to get to the next page, cause to the original, because as I said, this person asked me some really good questions, so it's I kind of had to go to the other page to answer this question, but yeah, I say it was really good, wow. By the way, I saw some of your question, ZMVS. Dude, we're friends, and we talk through Skype a lot, so it's come on, dude. You really just asked me that question if I was a furry. Come on, man. Are you for real? Come on, man. That's not cool. That's not cool, man. No offense to people who are furries, but seriously, man, that's not cool. Not cool, dude. Just not cool, man. That's really not cool. No, I'm not a furry. Seriously, man, come on. You're my friend. I would never ask you that question if you had a Q&A. Okay, but let's see. WWE Rules 27th asked, have you seen the movie Evil Dead and The Conjuring? If so, did you enjoy them? Did I enjoy them? I haven't seen the movie, actually. I've seen the trailer. There could be a chance I could see The Conjuring, but I don't know. I kind of have other stuff to do, and I'm planning, and mostly plans, I guess, and there's some other, stuff I want to try and maybe watch. But for all the movies I saw, through the summer, it's really cool. I saw Iron Man 3, I got to see, Fast and the Furious 6, What else? Oh yeah, Hangover 3. That movie was funny. I mean, that Chow guy is a fucking psycho. Like, he's a really insane man, but he is pretty funny. What else? What else? Oh yeah, I also saw Equestria Girls, and oh yeah, I saw Grown Ups 2. And speaking of 2, I cannot wait to see the new Kick-Ass 2. I mean, I love watching the first one. It was very funny, had a really great story, and plus, I feel like we can all relate that we all want to be like a superhero, and it's like that would be pretty cool. And I cannot wait to see like in number 2. It looks really good. I cannot wait to see it. Not mention they got Jim freaking Carrey in it, so it's like, yeah, you know it's gonna be good. So next question. Okay, now dimentdash asks, do you like Littlest Pet Shop? If so, who's your favorite character from it? Who's my favorite character? Honestly, I only saw 2 episodes, because, I don't know, we do have the hub, but I don't know, it's like mostly, I just watch a couple shows through there, mostly like My Little Pony, a little bit of Dan Versus, like, I think Dan is pretty funny, and, oh yeah, also, oh, totally like the Batman animation series, a little bit of the Superman, and I guess Pound Puppy is actually an alright show, but I only just saw 2 episodes from Little Pet Shop. I say it's not half bad, actually. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm 100% into it or actually liking it, but I say it wasn't bad. I say it was actually pretty good. Like, on 2 of these episodes, it was funny that all the pets thought this one cat was, like a spy, which it was pretty interesting how they got the voice actress, she has the same voice actress who plays Trixie, so that's cool. And I'm guessing the second episode was when Mrs. Twombly, I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right, that chick who owned the place, she ran that cleaning spray stuff, and I'm guessing that she's pretty, like psycho of cleaning. And I know the actual phrase, clean freak, but no, she's actually kind of psycho, like, really crazy. I mean, like, seriously, like, she thinks everything is all dirty just because she's out of that spray stuff, and wow. But I have to say my favorite character maybe had to be that skunk, because, I don't know, she is pretty silly, I'm pretty silly, and I just love it when I make, my friends laugh, and, just get them to smile. So, yeah, I can relate to that. Okay, now, number 2, what are your top 3 favorite episodes from each season of MLP? Now that would be a tough one. I think I will able to answer a couple of your questions, but honestly, I think I'll probably answer the rest in the description or in the comments, because it would be annoying for me to try to explain all the episode, and mostly because I don't remember all the names. So my top 3 favorites from season 1 has to be, number 3 had to be green is not your color. Yeah, because I love this episode, and it was really good, and it shows how, Fluttershy can actually be beautiful. She's like all shy, and, and she doesn't have that much 100% confidence of herself of being an actual model. But, through Rarity's begging, which it was pretty cute actually to see her begging, like, please, and it was kind of cool to see the Spa Sisters, so it's like, yeah. And seriously, and through this episode, it just shows that Fluttershy can actually be, like, beautiful. Of course, we know Rarity is beautiful, but it's like, it's really cool that with Fluttershy, it shows that you can be beautiful just by being yourself, because that's basically what she was doing. And not to mention, it's like Photo Finish said, she has the magic. Yeah, yeah. And, I thought that was pretty funny that Rarity is actually jealous of Fluttershy, and, of course, even Fluttershy doesn't want to do this, she must, because, yeah. And we all know how that goes, so, yeah, totally. On season 1, that's my number 3. Now, number 2, I had to say, Bridal Gossip. Because, I don't know, from watching it like a couple of times, I was laughing so hard of their curse. Not to mention from watching, Heart Song's, review. I mean, like, seriously, she has a lot of good points, actually. I mean, seriously. And I was actually planning to make that, my second favorite, before I saw it. And she had a lot of interesting good facts. And, wow, she's pretty, that's actually spot on. I mean, yeah, I totally agree, like, that's how, like, all the characters are, like, some of them act kind of, like, like, their character, because, like, Twilight Sparkle, mostly the, most people think that, like, the main character don't really well, all of them are the main character, but won't make mistakes and be off of their characters. But, it turns out a lot of the characters did. And, and also from hearing Pinkie Pie, now that just sold the deal right there. It's like, yeah, I was totally thinking of the same thing, Heart Song. Like, why is that Pinkie, was cool with Gilda? Because she I don't know, she yelled at friggin' Fluttershy, she popped your balloon, she told you to buzz off, and you even call her stealing, but yet, from a rumor, you wrote a negative song about Sakura! Sorry, I actually like Sakura, and, I just don't understand why you think Gilda is cool, well, until what she said, when she blew off her top, but other than that, I'm just saying. And with Sakura, it was pretty funny. I mean, like, seriously, that is pretty amazing, actually. And I mentioned through all their side effects, it was really funny through the poison joke. I mean, that was hilarious. I mean, like, seriously. I mean, I was laughing so hard. Not to mention with Twilight Torn. Yeah, let's just say I said a couple of things, dickhead. And also, I actually remember the song a bit. She's an evil in trances and she does evil dances. And if you look her in her eyes, she'll put you to trances. And what will you do? She'll cook you up in a big tasty stew. And then she'll gobble you up in a big tasty stew. So watch out. I mentioned it's funny to hear Flutter Guy. That was funny. Oh, and also, my number one has to be, the very first episode of the Part 1 and 2 as my number one season, winner. And I know what you're thinking, really? The very first episode plus Part 2 that started this whole thing. Hear me out, hear me out. Is this because this is how the whole show began? And, that is pretty cool. And as I said, I mean, I first saw the pilot, and I feel like when people started, they actually saw the pilot. And from watching this, I actually did saw a couple of really good potential on this. Like Twilight was way into her study, and thanks to Celestia, and she actually had to look for some friends, and even though she never really thought of it, and also thanks to Nightmare Moon's, with the adventure they all did. We actually got to, she got to learn that friendship is magic, so, yeah, and it was really heartwarming that I see her, that she had the chance to go back to her home and just, study more, but no, she would miss all of her friends in Ponyville, and seriously, and not to mention, it was pretty nice to see how Twilight got to first meet all of the characters, like Applejack, Applejack, Rarity, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie. I mean, seriously, it was just really interesting how they all met, and it was very funny. And even though they didn't get the picture of, she doesn't really want to make friends, but at the end, they became the best of friends, and that was amazing. So that really opened my eyes. So really, to this very first part, it actually would get you to think and see. Some people probably don't really see it that much, but this is how I see it. And that's why I feel like it should be like, my favorite, because we even got to see their first adventure, and we got to see some couple of interesting things. So, yeah. Yeah, and I'll be continuing the next part. I mean, because, through this one, I think I had to think. So, I hope you enjoyed this one.